Hello, my name is Talia Cheney, and I am here with my client 0214 to do the first tape of confidentiality. We're going to go ahead and get started. So, let me position this right. Okay, my client cannot be on camera, but I am going to record her voice um, so that we can make sure that everything is kept confidential per her guardian's request. Okay, so client 2140214. Sorry, I can't say your name, but I wanted to make sure that I explain a little bit about what we're going to do today. So you're here today to discuss a little bit about what counseling is going to be set up as. So um, first, I want to discuss with you about confidentiality. Okay, so in confidentiality, what we want to know is that all of this that we're going to be doing, that I've spoken with you about, as far as recording our counseling sessions, would just be you coming in to talk to me a little bit about what's going on with you, whatever you want to discuss at that time. So I am in a graduate program, the Rehabilitation Counseling Program at the University of North Texas, and this is just an experience for the class. So in this class, we're required to participate in supervised meetings and record a portion of those counseling sessions that we do just to get practice for us. At the end of this class, everything will be destroyed. So the only person that will see this would be my instructor, and people who were within this classroom. So no one outside of the practical classroom would be able to view this information, and everything will be kept confidential.
Are you
Okay?
sure?
I'm very sure. So everything that you and I discuss will be confidential, which means that it only stays within these limits of this room, which means that you should be able to tell me anything, feel comfortable with talking to me about anything that we need to discuss in regards of how are you feeling, or just whatever you feel that you need to talk about. With that, though, there are always limitations to confidentiality, and I want to make sure that you're aware of that part.
What's that word?
Limitations, that means it's kind of like restrictions. There's certain things that by law I have to report. And let me tell you what those things are.
Like you tell my guardian?
Well, in the event that you present any harm to yourself or others, or an abuse to a child or an adult, a dependent adult, or if it's court subpoena, then I would have to tell higher authorities.
Oh.
Okay, you're okay with that?
I guess so,
Okay. So what we'll do is kind of set up is just talking about what we're going to discuss in the counseling sessions, which means you'll come and we'll just talk about whatever you want to talk
yeah. I just
about.
gotta talk. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just whatever you are thinking or feeling for that day.
I don't want you to tell anybody.
Right. We won't tell anyone. Everything will be kept confidential, which means everything will be kept between just me and you, except for those limitations that I discussed with you about. So, in the event that those four things happen or those three things happen, then we will have to discuss with someone else of higher authority. Okay? So I want to make sure that you fully understand that before we sign the paper. And you sign, and then I'll sign up under you. And let's just say that we both agree that I have explained to you confidentiality, and that you are okay with doing that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So here, let's have you sign here, and then I will sign up under you.
What place?
Just sign on the line. Yes, on that line there. Wonderful. Thank you. And I will sign up under you. Okay. All right. So now that we've done the confidentiality and we signed the papers, I just want to make sure that you don't have any additional questions. Well, let me explain to you about what we're going to do in the council sessions first. We're just going to talk about your role is to just show up and make sure that any assignments that was given prior to that you have completed those and just feel safe and able to communicate with me if you have any concerns. And then I'm going to do my best to help you within search for, I know you wanted to look for a job and things like that. So,
I want to work.
yeah. So we'll get you able to work. So,
But
So-
I don't want to work at a place. I want to work where there's
right. I understand that you want to work where there's food, and we will be more than happy to look at places like that. So for our next counseling session, what we'll do is probably look at different places that are hiring that are around your area for fast food places. Okay.
okay.
So, all right. So I want to thank you for coming in today, and if you have no further questions, we will end this part of the session. All right. Thank you. Let's stop.